It is
Yeah,
Deadpan Love with Cautious Clay, spelled like
cautious
Cautious
play.
Clay, but said repeatedly in the album as Cautious Clay. So one of those. 14 songs, 33 minutes long.
I'm gonna call him Cement and Clay from now on. So this is an album by Cement and Clay. Just because I hate that it says that throughout it too. Cautious Clay. I'm like, oh, okay, I liked your album, but now you're making me not like you. But whatever. More on that.
Claymation.
Claymation. There, yes. All right, there we go. Boom. We found a name for him. So, first track on Claymation's album, High Risk Travel. It's a decent track. It just does my favorite thing in the world, as everybody knows, which is stupid snap thing, which I was like, ooh, lovely. It really digs me into the clay
He,
of this album.
he
But
hates it. I think Sean
yeah,
hates it.
I fucking hate that part because I thought it was like a decent track, and then you get to that part, I'm like, "Ah, why? Well, but we'll move past it because the rest of the album there is good stuff in here. So after you get through that, you get to Shook, which I thought is a decent. I think I consider that trap and B ish, that neo pop genre that we've been getting a ton of work from this year. We've had album worth of it, but it's getting better. Everything, the production's getting better throughout the whole genre. You have all these artists that are putting out bangers, and the main important thing to me is this album is short. Every track is, three under 3 minutes, 2 minutes long or so. So everything is short and sweet and to the point, which in this genre you need to do because of how just crowded the genre is and how much just stuff is getting put out there. If you make something that's too long, it's going to be overlooked, and you might have something hidden in there that you may want to put it out that way, but it's not going to get listened to. It's going to get overpicked compared to all this other stuff that's coming out. So
Yeah, I'd definitely say song three, Karma and Friends,
right after
matches
that, yep.
like this. Um, really nice neo pop, like thick
I
bass line, nice singing, sort of like fun thing. The song's like kind of starting to blow up a little bit too.
I really like this song. I put this on our playlist when I first listened to this album, because I thought, because the first two tracks I thought were decent, but Karma and Friends, I'm like, I really, really enjoyed this song. This is a genre that I know I'll like it here or there, but it's not something that I'll really engage or super listen to. But this track I've listened to a lot. Again, like as you said as well, really enjoyed it. I thought this is where he can shine and everything. It's just one of those. Love the production, the beat. It feels super modern, but not over modern. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fantastic track.
Um, yeah, a little bit of a callback to old things, a little bit of a modern spin on things. You go
Yeah,
to Strange Love with Saba, and it's just like a really sort of smooth, groovy kind of almost like I can feel certain little bits of jazz in this, if it makes sense, but it's just very smooth. Like it's
yeah,
hard to really,
it's a good track.
yeah.
You have some
Um,
others. You have some stuff. You have like after that you got box box of bones, which I think is a decent track too. It kind of slows down a little bit because then it's more of like stop clap. I don't know what to call that, but like this, you get those art like neo pop songs and stuff a lot of the times. That was a decent track. You have agreeable afterwards, which I thought picks the album back up and gets you more into that, similar to that Carmen Friends style of track, but it's a bit shorter than it and still good as well. God, my mouth is super dry.
yeah. The song "Dying in the Subtlety" reminds me of a Brief Inquiry song. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it is ah
Oh,
uh
Inquiry song.
yeah.
Stop, stop living, or like what? What do you mean?
I forget. The "Why Can't We Be Friends If We're Not Lovers" song.
Oh,
Sincerity is scary.
sincerity is scary. Yeah,
Yes,
sincerity.
that's the one.
You know,
Yes, it
I can see sincerity in this a little bit. Yeah,
yeah. It's got like sort of a, especially the way
the bass
Clay,
for sure.
the bass and the way Clay is singing, and sort of the choir-ish way that the chorus comes together. Um, I definitely can sort of see a little Matty Healy in the similarity there.
I can feel that. That's not a bad comparison.
Yeah,
More
but
Maddie
I
and
kind of
Judd.
liked it for that reason. The more Maddie, the better, but also the less Maddie, the better. It's an
Yeah,
interesting
well,
sort of like it's a
Maddie has us
tightrope.
in Audioface because we haven't had to talk about him in a long time. So there's that at least. Damon's in every other goddamn news story right now. So Damon needs to take a forced union break, a forced government mandated break. But anyways, I digress. Um, After that, you have a little interlude track of "Why is your clay so cautious?" I'm like, God damn, fucking, why'd you make your name that? But anyway, I thought it was actually kind of funny because it was trying to force you to say, "Hey, people call me cautious all the time," or this or that, which I can understand. But you're cement clay from now on, so that's all that matters. um, Artificial irrelevance. After that is a decent track too. Kind of a little bit slow. I thought right after that, but it's decent. And then towards like the end, the last couple tracks I thought were decent, but it was a little too slow for me for the ending. But that's just a personal preference, I think, for just what I like normally.
No, I can definitely agree with you, and I definitely do have that personal preference bias of songs that end maybe not end, but song. I mean, like albums that just like end in a proper
Yeah,
way, but also songs that are a little bit more upbeat in a broader sense. I felt like the album ended sort of softly and slowly, which can be a good, nice choice, but just not my preferred preference.
yeah, because compared when you have a couple really good tracks, Karma and Friends, uh, dying in this Jesus Christ, I can't say the name.
Subtlety. You can
Yeah,
do it.
I, mean,
I believe in
I
you.
yeah, it's one of those days, Dan. One of those days. But you have some of these decent tracks in here, so that was the thing with me that the way it ended in a little bit of disappointment with me because I was left wanting more. I was left wanting more substance in there instead of it just completely slowing and dying down on it. But it wasn't a bad effort at all. I thought it was a decent album overall, and there are some very good tracks in here. And I definitely think Carmen Friends is a track that can blow up easily.
Yeah,
If it has a
I want more. I definitely want to see the rest of Cassius Clay Ruski's career and everywhere it goes, honestly.
yeah,
I think it'll
100%.
be really interesting. And with some more instrumentation and some more like experiments with how the music could potentially work, I think
If I
it
have
could be
some
a really
bangers.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arbitrary scale, Cassius Clay. I'm gonna give this to Steve Jobs.
God damn, I was
There's
gonna say the same thing.
Like I don't know many like dead eccentric tech CEOs, so like there's only a few, and we have to give this the
To give this one the
talented.
sweater, the sweater man himself.
Absolutely. Pour one out for I just don't feel saucy. I was gonna make a callback reference to another story, but anyways, let's move on.